Hi guys. I hope that you guys are good today. So today we're gonna be looking at Brent Oil or Brent Futures. So let's start. So I've got the monthly chart of Brent Oil open, and immediately the first thing that I can see from just looking at this chart is that we have this candle over here, which is a bullish candle with a small body and a very long upper wick. So I'm just gonna mark that because it's a very significant candle, as right at the top of it we know that it's carrying a whole lot of liquidity, and price has at some point to reach this level just to grab some of that liquidity before either continuing further up or coming back down. Yeah, so let's just mark this one. I'll just make it a yellow color. Let's see, there we go. All right. What else can I see by just looking at this chart? I can see that at this level over here, we had an overextended W formation, with the first leg being lower than the second leg. So this would be the first leg. Price went up to the neckline, came down to create the second leg, and then it continued. So from here, the expectation is that at some point price has to come back to the neckline, which is at this level over here at the 44.71 level, more or less. And then once price gets here, the expectation is that it should continue going up, but that may take months to form or even years. Let's continue. Another thing that I can see is that we had an overextended double formation here as well. First leg, price went up to the neckline, came down again, and then went up. So the expectation is that we should be seeing price coming back to the neckline. Let me just put it out so you guys can see exactly what I'm referring to. Just bear with me. Let me make it a purple this time around. So this would be the neckline of the double formation. First leg, price went up to the neckline. Second leg, then price broke that neckline. So from here, the expectation is that price should come to this level to retest it before continuing up. We just don't know in terms of when exactly this will happen, but for now we'll just plot that so that we don't forget about it. Another thing that I can see from this particular chart is that we have this candle over here. It's a bearish candle with a small wick and a very long lower wick. Sorry, it's a bearish candle with a small body and a long lower wick, right? And that tells us that at this level over here there is a liquidity grab that needs to happen, because we have a whole lot of money actually sitting here, and the market has to tap into that level just to activate some of those funds before continuing up or going further down, right? But for now it's not that important, we'll just leave it. So from here we're just going to head on to the weekly chart. Okay, here's the weekly chart. Let's continue. The first thing that I can see is that at this level over here we have a bearish candle with a very small body and a very long lower wick. Again, this tells us that we have liquidity trapped at this level over here, and price must reach this level at some point before either going up or coming down to maybe this level, or even this level where we have this liquidity grab that needs to happen as well. So for now I'm just going to mark that level because it's very important. I'll just make it a red so that we don't confuse it with the candle filling that we have on top, which is in yellow. Okay, there we go. Price has to come to this level at some point. What else can I tell by looking at this chart? I can see that at this level as well, we have a bullish candle with a small body and a long upper wick. Again, what it tells us is that we have candle filling that needs to take place at the top of that wick, which is over here. Just bear with me. At this level here. All right. Yeah. What else can we see? Not much really. I'm just going to continue to the daily chart. Or actually, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's just continue to the daily chart. Okay, so here we have the daily chart. Let's see what actually took place on this particular chart. One thing that I can see right away is that we have this level over here and we have a gap that has formed. What this tells us is that at some point price has to come back to this level just to fill that gap, because as with the liquidity candles that I spoke about earlier, there's a whole lot of money that is trapped at this level, and price, or the market rather, needs to activate that money before coming down or going up again. Let's continue. Okay, another thing that I can see here, in fact, before I continue, I think let me start off by just adding my channels just to get a bigger indication in terms of where price is going exactly. Just bear with me. I'm just still analyzing it. Let's see, where would I put my daily channels? Got double formation here. Price went up, came down again. Let me try this and see if it works. I'm just going to make it a different color so it stands out more. I will make it a blue. Remember guys, when it comes to plotting your channels or equidistant lines or trend lines or whatever you plot, it has to be accurate guys. It's very important, because as I say, there is a relationship between our results and how good we are in regards to utilizing the various tools that have been given to us to become profitable in this market. So just make sure that all your lines are accurate as much as possible. Okay, there we go. So I would say that that's my channel on the daily chart. Okay, let's move forward. So what else can I see by just looking at this particular area? I can see that price here had created a W formation with the neckline being at this level. Here's the first leg coming down, price went up to the neckline, and then it came back again to create the second leg. We know that at some point price has to come back to this level to retest it before maybe continuing down. So I'm just going to add a neckline to that level so that we don't forget about it. I'll just make this neckline a different color as well. I'm just going to make it let's see, I'll make it a pink. Right, that's the neckline. Remember, the neckline is not an actual line like this. It's not a level like 103.10. no, it's an area. In fact, we can actually do this. We can say, we can actually make this slightly bigger, just to show you exactly what it is that I'm talking about. You can do this actually and say this area right here is the neckline, meaning that price may actually retrace not to this level over here, but to this level over here, and then continue going up, right? But I'm just going to make it smaller just so that our chart doesn't look so messy. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is attempt to add a Fibonacci retracement just to see if this area right here, which is the neckline, aligns with any of the key levels on the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, let's see. Fibonacci retracement. We can see that price actually, let me just make it bigger. Okay, that's fine. We can see that should price retrace to test the neckline of the W formation, we can see that it's very much in line with the 61.8% zone, which is a very important Fibonacci level. And at this point, should we get a candlestick pattern or formation that confirms that we should be going up, then we should be looking for a buy around this area. That's if price from this level comes back here to this level. I would start looking for a buy opportunity. Another thing that's very important is that we have what seems to be a head and shoulders pattern. So we have the first leg of the head and shoulders pattern happening here. Price then went up. Actually, before going up, it created the first shoulder, which is the left hand shoulder. Price came back up, then went down to create the head, and then should price come back here to retest this W formation, it'll also be creating the second shoulder. I'm just gonna plot some lines so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm referring to. So that's let me just make it a different color. That's the left shoulder, make it an orange. Okay, left shoulder, right? Price went up again. Just bear with me, guys. Left shoulder, price went up, to around this level, right? And then it created the head. This is actually an inverted head and shoulders pattern. In other words, it's an upside down head and shoulders pattern, right? That's the head. That's the head, right? And then should this, from where it is right now, come back to around this level, that's when we would get our head and shoulders pattern. That's when we would get our head and shoulders pattern. And then from this level, the anticipation is that price would do this. Price would do this, completing rather the inverted head and shoulders pattern. So this is confluence, guys. Remember, when it comes to trading, we need to apply confluence. What is confluence? Confluence is having multiple reasons why you would be buying or selling. In this particular example, our confluence would be the formation of the head and shoulders pattern, right? This big one. And then we had price coming to retest to the neckline of this small W that I have here, right? Another confluence would be this level being in alignment with the 61.8% Fibonacci zone. So you already have multiple reasons why you would look for a buying opportunity at this level over here. Let me just add a line to it so that you can see more or less which level it is, right? So as I said, would be looking for a buying opportunity should price come to this level from this level, right? And we would just need to make sure that the candlestick patterns that form here are also in line with our bias, which is that of a buying opportunity, right? So I'm just gonna continue now. I'm just gonna remove this for now. What else do I see here? I see that we have this candle over here, which is a bullish candle with a small body and a long upper wick, which tells us that there is liquidity trapped at this level over here for sure. But I'm not going to mark it. I'm just going to leave it. From here, we're just going to have to head over to the H4 chart. I'm just going to fix these lines again. Remember, these platforms that we use aren't so perfect. Sometimes when you move from one chart to the next, your lines tend to get out of order, and you just need to fix them. Just to ensure that they are in alignment, so that your analysis and execution can be accurate. So that's fine. Just leave it like this. There we go. Right, that's the 4-hour chart. What do I see on this 4-hour chart? On this 4-hour chart, the first thing that I can see is that at this level here, we have an M formation here. An M formation. First leg, price came down to the neckline, went up again to form the second leg, then came down. But we never saw the retest of this level again, which is actually the neckline of that M formation. I'm just going to do this quickly. Just going to make it a different color. Let's see. I'll just make it a blue. This is the neckline of the M formation. As I usually say, whenever we have M and W formations, we expect price to at some point come back to that to the neckline rather of that M and W formation to test it before continuing in that same direction again. So because we never saw a retest back to the neckline, we may see price at this level actually coming back to retest this neckline and then actually coming down to this level which we spoke about and then going up, or it could come to this level, break it, and then come to this red line which we spoke about earlier, because this is where we have candle filling that needs to take place, because there's a whole lot of money trapped at this level, and then that's when we can maybe see price going up to fill this candle over here, which is also a liquidity candle, and then continue up again to fill this level over here, which is also a liquidity area. All right, so let's continue. What else do I see? Just looking at this chart. So from now I'm just going to add an H4 channel as well. Sorry, not a Fibonacci, but a channel. Let me just delete this so we don't get confused. I'm just going to make it a different color. Let's see, I'll make it a pink. Just bear with me, guys. This would be our channel. It's a very steep channel, I must say, and generally speaking, I'm not a fan of steep channels. The reason why I'm not a fan of steep channels is because they are generally broken easily, as opposed to channels that have a proper gradient, which is not that steep. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to make it as perfect as possible, but it seems to keep jumping. I'm not sure why it does so, but just bear with me. I just want to make sure that it's more or less perfect. There we go. That's fine. Okay, let's continue. Yeah. And then let's see, what else do we need to do? At this stage, there's not much that one can do as far as I'm concerned, in as far as buying and selling. I think at this stage, we just need to continue to monitor in terms of what price does next. However, at this level where price is currently, we seem to have a very strong support area. We seem to have a very, very strong support area. Just going to mark it like this. I'll make it a different color as well. Let me make it a blue. No, that's too bright for me. Let me make it a slightly darker color. I'll make it a green. There we go. So this level is a support area, and it looks like price is in the process of testing this area, right? We might see it actually coming back to this level, but for now I would not do anything. But I'm just going to head on over to the H1 chart to see what it is that is going on at that level. So this is the H1 chart. What do we see here? I can see that price formed an overextended W formation at this level, with the neckline being at this level. So we actually may see price heading down to this level short term. Also, price has created an extended M formation at this level. First leg, price came down, went up to create the second leg. The neckline is here, right? However, me personally, I do not see any buying or selling opportunities, and I would continue to wait to see what price continues to do. Ideally, at this level or at this time, what I would like to see is actually price coming back again to this level to retest it and then form an M formation with the neckline being here. And then once this neckline is broken, I would look for maybe a selling opportunity to around this level, which we spoke about earlier, where we have that huge inverted head and shoulders pattern, and then possibly at this point start looking for buying opportunities again. Why? Because we also have the W pattern at this level with the neckline being here. We also spoke about Fibonacci and confluence, and that this level aligned with the 61.8% zone for Fibonacci. So this is what I would like to see. I would love to see price doing this, going up as it did here. It went up, right, forming an M formation, coming back to this level to form the second leg of the M with the neckline being at this level. I'll make it a different color, make it a blue with the neckline being there, and then price doing this, breaking that neckline, and also breaking the H4 channel, right, and then coming back to retest that neckline. And this is where I would look for selling opportunities at this level. This is where I would look for selling opportunities when it retests the neckline again in this manner. And then my anticipation would be that price would come on down to this level over here, where I would be looking for further opportunities to continue to buy. As we spoke earlier, as we mentioned earlier, that ideally we would love to see price heading to level, and then from this level, do something like this. This is what I would like to see. But as I said earlier, let's go back to the weekly chart, or rather let me go back to the monthly chart. I did say that price has to at some point come to this level, because there's a lot of liquidity trapped at that level, right? Let me just go back to the H4 chart. So this is ideally what I would like to see, but for now I would not do anything at all. I would just wait for price to form this M formation, break the neckline, come back to retest the neckline, and then I would sell here. If I do find a good opportunity to sell, my take profit would be here at this level. And then that's when I would look for buying opportunities to the top, to this level more or less, which is the 133.32 level. So that is it, guys. And as far as Brent Oil is concerned, that is my analysis. I hope that it makes sense. If you have any further questions, do let me know in the comment section. And if you would like me to look at any other chart, do let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.